Hello, everyone. Welcome back to the MCU Crew. I got a little bit of a show. Not much going on, right? The MCU's, Guardians came out, and now they're just like, well, we're gonna cool it for a while. We're gonna just ride the Guardians wave of good vibes all the way into, I guess next month, because about a month from now, on June 21st, is when Secret Invasion starts. And that's the next thing. After that, though, there's only 7 things happening for the rest of the year. It's going to be kind of a slower Marvel year.
What you just said is insane, by the way. There's only 7 things happening the rest of the year. It's like a slow Marvel year. That's crazy when it comes to content. Like,
I guess, yeah.
Only 7 things left.
Purely MCU related. There's 3, 1 movie, and 3 shows, including Secret Invasion.
What are the other 3 things?
Well, we could just run through it here. Also, hi, Bronze and Jesse. Welcome to the show.
Yeah, you didn't even say hi to us. You just started like you didn't even care.
I know. That's why I was doing it. Well, you just jumped in. You jumped in before the introduction, Jesse.
Very unprofessional.
It's like unbelievably Thank you, Bronze. Thank you.
Does anyone smell gas in here? I smell it. But are you trying to light that over? You trying to light that? I don't think it's lighting. It's just filling the room with gas.
Yeah. That's how that goes.
Oh, it's terrible.
Well, you will find that propane is a clean burning fuel. So it's okay to fill the room with it.
Propane and propane accessories. Right. I get it. Yeah.
That's true. In my casting days, I got told that I sounded like Hank Hill, that I was Hank Hill.
All right, partner.
It was a weird, I never understood that one. It was kind of strange.
Tell you what, that's true.
Yeah.
I hear it.
Didn't get it. There's 7 things left this year. June 2nd, Spider-Man and Across the Spider-Verse is happening. They're like spoiling the shit out of that film. They've released so much footage of that film that has like huge moments. It's wild.
What movie just came out? I think this is a problem.
Guardians? What are you talking about?
No, some other movie just came out recently, and I was laughing because I don't need to see it because every scene is on TikTok. Every single scene. I don't know what this deal is where people just like go to the movie and film like this and then upload 2-minute chunks of a film. Fast X just came out. I don't need to go see it, even though I 100% must go see it. But I don't need to because I literally just watched 20 minutes on TikTok. Like,
they spoiled it everywhere? I didn't realize that.
Yeah, like, I mean, the first one got me because it was like, Jason Momoa is having a good time. And I was like, what does that mean?
Did you just say mimosa?
Jason Momoa is what I said. You heard mimosa because you want a mimosa. Because you're an alcoholic, JP.
Now you're doing the gas. Now the gaslighting is coming from your neck of the woods. Jesus. Good Lord.
Yeah, Jason Momoa, I guess, from the clips I saw, I was like, yo, I want to go see this movie now. This guy looks like he's having a blast.
Yeah, he's apparently the best part of the film.
Yeah, and so now I'm pissed because everyone was like, yeah, you're just watching the whole movie online. I was like, why? Why is that? Why is this happening? Who allows them to do this?
Those aren't official leaks. Spider-Man Across Spider-Verse is like putting out full-on scenes from the film. That I have not caught yet, but they're just straight up like revealing massive characters that are showing up in there that you would expect to show up in the world of Spider-Man. So, yeah.
I'm just assuming it has to do with like, like the reason Titanfall 2 kind of died, even though it was a great game, which is that it's probably coming out alongside a lot of stuff, and you have to keep it at the front of people's minds, otherwise it dies. Like for example, Evil Dead Rise. I really thought that movie banged, but
It was
I'm a huge
good,
Evil
apparently.
Dead fan, so I'm very biased. But people just kind of forgot about it because it came out in such a time that there's 3 or 4 other really hot movies out, you know?
Right.
So I think like with Spider-Verse, they have to remind you how good the first one was because there's such a big gap between them. And then they also have to remind you alongside other big things that's coming out against that it's hey guys, this one's the one that's worth watching. So it comes off as a little desperate because they're leaking whole scenes, but I think it's probably smart because otherwise nowadays people will simply forget.
Sure. Yeah, it's releasing against The Boogeyman on June 2nd. Simulant, I guess, is maybe the other big film.
Nice.
The week after that is pretty slow. The week after that is pretty slow. Then Transformers.
Yo, I'm gonna say it right now. Anyone who's excited about Transformers, bless your childlike innocence.
Wait, what?
I wish I could get back to you. I wish I could be
Did
there.
you see
in your
Bumblebee?
skin. I said what I said, JP. Those movies suck so badly.
Bumblebee's pretty good.
If you can enjoy them, I hope. God bless.
Bumblebee's not bad.
I want to get back.
Go watch Bumblebee.
I'm gonna let you know when I got off the Transformers ride. So I saw the first one, thought it was okay, and didn't see any for a while. And then I got dragged by a large group of friends when I worked at the game store. All the employees went to go see one.
Sure.
I can't even tell you which one it is, but I can tell you there's an entire scene where Mark Wahlberg is like, my daughter's underage.
I think that
That's
was
statutory. And then this guy sits there and talks about laws for 5 minutes about how it's actually technically legal for him to be 20 dating a 16-year-old. And this is supposed to be like not creep. And I was like, what is this movie? I thought this was about cars. That was literally my takeaway. I was like, where are the cars?
It sucks.
Why are we sitting here having Mark Wahlberg discuss the finer points of statutory rape law? Where are the fucking cars?
See, I got off the ride then.
What's happening?
I got off the ride then as well because Jerry Bruckheimer, is that who was directing it? Is that right? Yeah. He sucks. Producing, directing, whatever. He sucks. But Bumblebee is when I got back on because he has nothing to do with that film. Hold on, kind of a reset, I think.
The Bumblebee movie is fine.
Yeah.
It is entirely carried by the actors in the film who are actually like good.
Yeah.
But that doesn't change the fact that the mainline Transformer movies
they'll suck
complete ass in the most ass-sucking way possible. And anyone who likes them, again, I'm not saying you're bad for liking them. I'm saying you exist in a way that I have lost. I can't do it. And I'm glad that someone out there has their innocence intact. Because when I look at those movies and I see a guy be like, it's under its truck nuts. I'm like,
yeah, the truck
cool.
nuts were a big
Or I
joke.
see the two like complete gross stereotype guy that like every single robot is a stereotype, be it like the samurai guy or like the two black dude guys or the like all of it is like just so embarrassing.
They're all
pretty okay. Like I'll be like it's like a room of writers is like, how do we get the Transformers to appeal to that bronze girl? And they cast me. I'm giving you a hypothetical Transformer movie, and they cast me as the lead character. And I'll be like, whoa, this samosa truck is driving itself. I'm just an innocent delivery person. What's going on? And then it'll go, namaste, aapke se ho. Do not worry, my friend. I am a transformer here to save you. I decided to dress up as a samosa truck. Let's go do our rounds together. Oh my God, you remind me of my dad that just died yesterday. This is healing in some way. Let's save the world, Samosatron. And then it's like, Indians will love this. and you're just sitting there like, what the fuck am I watching?
I'm on board. I want to see that. Let's get it produced. Get Brockheimer on the phone. Yeah, get him on the phone.
Let's go on an adventure.
The only thing I know about Transformers is that the Devastator scene, and I think maybe the Mark Wahlberg film that you guys referenced, is the most expensive CG in film history or some shit.
So cool. So
that's all I know.
God bless they have that much money to spend on.
That's all I know.
Good for them for setting a bunch of money on fire.
Yeah.
Good job.
Yeah.
If you want to see a good spoof of the Transformers movie, go to YouTube, Google Aural Knots, AURAL Knots, NAUTS, Aural Knots. They do like great movie spoofs and things, and they have a complete top 10 things you could do to fix Transformers. Dude, it is. They're like, it's like exactly what you expect to be, like more advertisements. And so, like people forget there's a scene where a Bud Light truck flips over and there's Bud Light everywhere. And Mark Wahlberg, in the middle of battle, pops open a Bud Light and like drinks. And it's
that's because he's a red-blooded American, Jesse. At least
all
he
I need to know is that the Auronauts go heavy in on it, and they make a new robot called OreoBot. And it's like, we fight for OreoBot. And OreoBot is just like an Oreo vending machine. It's great.
That sounds
great. It is wonderful. And I'm going to let you know, those movies suck. Dude,
well, there's another one coming out, and that'll be what Spider-Man Across the Spider-Verse.
Did anyone watch the last one?
Usually summer is bigger for movies.
There's a lot. I mean, there are a lot of movies coming out. Spider-Man, Transformers will do well, regardless of how much you two hate it. And then end of June is the Flash, or not end of June, middle of June is the Flash on the 16th. And then Indiana Jones is somewhere in there as well. Maybe end of June or beginning of July, something like that.
I am genuinely shocked that still the Flash is getting like, you guys need to see this. This is the best superhero movie ever. I'm like,
someone who's
how on earth did this happen?
Was it Stephen King who said he went and saw it and he was like, this is a really good superhero? I think that's who it was. I think it was Stephen King on Twitter. He was like, yeah, I got to see that and it's really good. You guys should go check it out. And then people are yelling at James Gunn like,
jarring.
Is this real? Yeah.
Meanwhile, I'm over here like, man, can't wait for Indiana Jones. And once again, I'm like,
nah, that shit
I guess it ended in a trilogy.
Yeah. that's
like,
the
those
lowest
first
rated.
3 movies were those first and only 3 movies were very good.
It didn't, it's not reviewing well, but we'll see.
I can't believe, like, how do you.
I'm not super familiar with Indiana Jones, but I do love the Disneyland ride.
Oh,
it's one of
yeah.
my favorite rides. Is Indiana Jones ride.
It's crazy to me that they saw the 4th movie and said, we have to redeem ourselves. Let's make a 5th movie, even though everyone's aging up. We got to make a 5th for a good send off.
People.
Yeah, like, we got to make this better. And they just went ahead and made the exact same like mistakes they made in the last movie. It's shocking to me. I'm like, okay, yeah, all right. Thanks.
We'll see.
Good work, everyone.
We'll see how it goes. Anyway, Spider-Man, June 2nd. After that, the next Marvel film, well, not, I guess, part of the MCU, but part of the Spider-Man is Kraven the Hunter in October. Did you guys know that was coming out?
How is that possible? There's no way. We haven't even seen.
That's a thing.
Are you sure it's not October 2024?
No, October 6th. I'm looking at it right now.
Bull.
Aaron Taylor Johnson's Kraven the Hunter is coming out in October. The upcoming movie, which was confirmed to be rated R, received a trailer at CinemaCon, apparently. So we should be getting that, I would think, sometime this summer is when that'll start rolling in there. Some of the footage, I guess, showed Rhino, who Kraven is hunting in that film. I don't know. weird thing. But hey, I guess they're doing that because Venom worked. Or at least made money.
What?
I feel like you're just seeing this for the first time.
Yeah, I went online to go look for the trailer. Because I was like, okay, what's the trailer? They said it. Yeah, I was trying to look for any type of thing. Every trailer is the same BS where it's a trailer. It's, like 2 minutes long.
Right?
And then at the bottom it says, "Here's our first concept trailer," and it's like, stop.
Yeah,
Stop.
it received a trailer at CinemaCon that wasn't shown to the public, because I guess.
Right.
that's
I
how it
don't
goes.
see how is a thing going to come out in October. You know what? Never mind. I know how. This is the same Sony stuff they always do. This movie's going to suck. All right, never mind. I get it. Right. You don't show people the stuff, and then you give a trailer like right before it comes out, and then we, Morbius the whole situation. The internet memes it. Sony thinks it's popular, re-releases it, loses more money. Yeah, I know what's going to happen.
They'll put it out on HBO. Or wait.
Yeah.
Not Param. What does Sony put stuff on? Do they have their own platform yet? I don't think they do. They'll make a deal with
never
someone.
mind.
They'll cut a deal with someone.
Yeah, they just.
I was over here thinking it was going to be like, yeah, I can't wait to see what this is like. It probably can be. No, never mind.
Yeah. And then after that, the final film is The Marvels, November 10th. That will bookend the year for the MCU as far as films go. Remaining shows, Secret Invasion, that's next month, which we talked about. Loki Season 2 and Echo both got dates this past week, I believe. Loki Season 2 will premiere October the 6th, and Echo will premiere November 29th. They're also doing something different with Echo as opposed to the other shows. They're releasing all episodes at the same time.
That screams confidence to me.
Does it? Is that sarcasm?
No, what do you mean? No. What honestly, I think they see the problem that we saw, which is why is anyone going to sit through week after week after week of this character?
Yeah.
Especially since no one knows what the hell that show's actually going to be.
Right.
So honestly, it's the smartest decision they could have made is to drop it all at once, give everyone the whole thing so they can watch it, judge for themselves instead of having to wait and like talk rumor and speculation and shit on one episode. Even if like if episode 3 sucked, but episode 4 was amazing, for a whole week people will be like, the show's dead. What a stupid show. I'm not watching it. Like that kind of thing.
Yeah.
So I think they're trying to like,
Yeah. I also think it's a matter of like the show is probably not bad, but not because nowadays social media is like a big part of your push, right?
Yeah.
Like The Boys was I feel like huge for that. Like I feel like social media was so big on that show and people were kind of watching it every week and there was something shocking happening in every episode, which kind of naturally drove their advertisement. In She-Hulk, it was kind of the same thing. Things were very polarizing in that show. Either people loved the episode or they hated it, but they talked about it.
It's still
either
trended one way.
Yeah. Which keeps the conversation going. I think their fear with this show might be that people will probably check it out on launch. What happened? No,
I'm just laughing because I know what you're about to say. It's like no one's going to talk about it week to week, right? Like,
well, if it's not super like polarizing, if it's just okay, sometimes like decent shows kind of just die because they're not mind-blowing or polarizing. They're kind of just okay.
Blah.
Yeah. I would actually say that is kind of with Legion. Like I like that show, but I don't know that on a week-to-week basis I would sit on Twitter and be like, oh my God, there's some shows that they just kind of, they don't pull you in every week, even though you didn't necessarily dislike them. And so I think a binge watch and a lot of hype out of the gate is probably going to be their best bet. People that binge watch it in 1 week or 2 weeks and then talk about it excessively.
Yeah.
And actually thinking back, I think that would have helped Miss Marvel. Because I feel like after the Partition episode, people kind of just stopped talking about it because it wasn't like polarizing enough for people to talk about it.
Yeah. I agree. Jesse, you were asking what the film is or the show is about. This article that I'm reading says Echo will follow Maya as she reconnects with her native roots while dealing with the fallout of shooting Fisk in the Hawkeye series finale. Along with deep diving into Maya's character, the series will reportedly feature guest appearances by Daredevil's Charlie Cox and Fisk. So I guess this is going to be the Daredevil setup. Like that's how they're going to try to get people in the in the show.
Yeah, I mean, like, you give that too much credit.
What?
The Daredevil setup? No, they're gonna be cameos in one episode. And I don't know about setup. What I do know is that
yeah, sure. Yeah.
I understand why they would drop it all at once now, because you telling me that Echo is going to like go find her roots and shit. I don't know Echo. We barely knew Echo in the show she was in.
Sure.
I don't give a shit about her roots. So unless it's compelling and I learn over the stage of the story that we're about to get what her roots are and why it's important, right now, none of that matters to me. Like, I don't, as a character, she did not stand out in any way in
any way. No, just in your
Hunter
sentence.
Man, Hawkeye.
Oh, okay. I see what you're saying.
Didn't stand out in any way in Hawkeye. And it sucks because, like, she's a cool character that it would have been fun to know more about, but because so much was going on in Hawkeye, she barely had time to become a thing. And so I don't know or care about Echo.
Yeah.
So they got to get me to care. And I guess the way they're going to do that is drop it all at once. So I just like plow through all the episodes.
I'm right there with you. It's
the show was bloated with so many weird subplots and so many characters. I don't think the actor really had a chance to do anything. Like, we spent an entire episode LARPing. And I know people thought it was fun, but when we're talking about real estate, like time real estate, screen real estate, the choices they made in that show are questionable for me to this day, where I'm just like, what was this episode for?
Yeah.
Why did we spend 30 minutes doing this? Like, in a
there
show
was a
that
lot of
feels
setup.
rushed,
You're right.
it didn't make any sense. And so, like, of course we didn't get any time with Echo. We spent a lot of screen real estate on weird shit that is not going to have an impact on anything, really.
They did a lot of work to make Yelena incredibly likable again and super fun. And she took up like 3 episodes of time. Echo was supposed to be this brand new character in this threat in this like storyline. She appears. She's like in it for an episode and a half, disappears, comes back a little bit, disappears, and then like shows up at the end to pop her dad. And that's it. And it's like, oh. And she gets a show? And we're supposed to be like, yeah, okay. Yeah, they have to win us over with this one, I think.
I agree. This will spin, I think, the conversation in a different direction, so I don't know how long we'll spend in it. But I read an interview about the lead from the Hawkeye show, whose name I'm forgetting. The female actress. Yeah. And she was basically asked, like, if she's gonna, play the character anytime soon. And she's like, yeah, I don't know. We'll see. And today, or maybe this past week, Charlize Theron was asked if she's going to have like her Marvel return. And she was like very skittish about it as well. And so now I'm just wondering / like, I wouldn't say worried, but with all these like, and Harry Styles is another one, right? At the end of Eternals that we just watched. Like, do you think we ever see those people play those characters again? Like, do we see them ever just show up in anything?
They're also in a situation where they probably can't say much.
Sure.
For a couple of different reasons. One being like the writers are striking right now, and Disney is a big target for that. So I personally also wouldn't be like, I hope I'm in a Disney property soon. So like I also probably be like, I don't know, we'll see.
Yeah.
But then I think the other part is like, if you have a burgeoning career outside of Marvel, I've noticed a lot of the Marvel people don't necessarily want to keep doing that. They feel boxed in by it.
Boxed in by like only doing Marvel stuff? Is that what you're saying?
Yeah. It's incredibly physically demanding, and to commit to that for years at a time, and it completely changes your look.
Sure.
And I don't know. You could, because there is a chance you'll get the Loki treatment, or there's a chance you get the Dave Bautista treatment, where you're a one joke punchline, but you're getting in makeup for 14 hours for a walk on where you make one joke and walk off. So I think it depends. I think people have figured out that, John Boyega was very open about not liking his writing in Star Wars. And I think everybody hopes that you're going to get these roles and they're going to be amazing, but a lot of times you end up getting shafted. So I completely understand people's reticence. And Charlize Theron is like a very established actress. She doesn't need Marvel.
Yeah. She's huge. Yeah.
Like, if anything, they need her as Clea. You know, Kate Blanchett doesn't need this.
Yeah. There's like two big things to think about, which is one, when you sign with them, you sign for like X number of movies. And so you're locked in to those films, and I guarantee there's some sort of clause where it's like, our movies take priority and precedence. So like, if you want to do other films, sure, but they can't interfere with our shooting times or our shooting schedule. So you know that's a thing they do.
That happened with Captain America 4 that's filming right now. There's a wrestler who's on the show, and he couldn't go to the WWE live events because he was filming. And so he just had to stop wrestling.
and because you are locked in, there's also the thing with what Bronze was saying, like, you are given the script to movie 1 and you read it and you're like, man, I'm gonna audition for this character, or they want me to do it. I don't even have to audition. Hell yeah. And I'm signed for 6 movies and they're gonna pay me how much? Incredible. And then you might end up at the end of movie 1 going into movie 2 where you have 2 lines. But hey, bro, guess what? You're in the background of half the scenes and you got 2 lines, and tough. You got to be there. And anything else that would have been more fulfilling to you as an actor, whatever, you need to be there for reshoots. You need to free up your schedule. Or, you know, in the Boyega version, oh my God, at the end of the first movie, I have a lightsaber and I may be a Jedi? Nah, dude, in the second movie, you're like injured half the time and then you go to a casino. The third movie, you do nothing of value. And then at the end, you go like, right there, that's where the array is. Well, how do you know? I sensed it. Cool character development. Good job. Good, you know, like, I would be angry if that was my character.
Yeah.
So, but dude, I guarantee sign on for a trilogy and had no say in what they wrote for him.
Yeah. Yeah. Well, we'll see. I would love to see more Charlize Theron. The Hawkeye is kind of like, yeah, we'll see. We'll see what happens with that. I don't know where any of that goes at this point. But talking about Loki for a little bit, they're changing up somewhat of a release strategy for that. We're going back. They originally had these come out on Fridays, right? And then we went to Wednesdays.
Thursdays. It was always Thursday, then it went to Wednesday, yeah.
Okay, well, for Loki, we're going to Friday. They will premiere on Fridays, starting on October 6th. I don't know why.
Friday?
Yeah. That'll fall on Columbus Day holiday weekend, which this article is saying, indicating the shift was made in hopes of capitalizing on the masses being off work and at home watching TV.
No. There's a reason why people, unless they're looking for weekend views, and it doesn't matter if they get Friday views.
Yeah.
Because there's the one lesson I've learned over the years of doing jobs like this is Fridays where you dump the shit that you're like, I don't care if anyone watches.
Right.
Because Friday is when most people, 18 to 24, 18 to 35, are not at home.
They're out.
Yeah. They go out,
even if your core audience is like the nerdiest MFers on the planet, they still doing other things besides sitting at home alone watching TV.
Yeah.
Yeah. Weekday evenings is like, and mornings is primetime slot for television.
Right.
Like if you
for
want
most media,
it's when people come home from work and they turn on the TV, the late night show, whatever is playing there, that's the primetime slot. Like the shit that comes on at 7 to 9 p.m. on Thursday. That's the fucking prime. That's the money slot.
Yeah.
And I know we can joke around and be like, who goes out anymore? But like, seriously, it doesn't, like, it's just the nature of the beast. It is a thing that happens and it's just across the board. And you know, you can joke and be like, nerds are just stay at home and play video games. Yeah. They're playing video games. They don't got time to watch your show on a Friday night.
On TV. Yeah. It's like, we're not saying, people go out and drink. I mean, some people do. Other people, they have D&D night. They've got Warhammer at the local game store. They're playing Magic the Gathering. I'm trying to speak your language here. That's the day they try to climb the League of Legends ladder with their friend because they both have Saturdays off. Odds are they're not watching television though.
Yeah.
And most people Sunday are prepping for the fact that they have to like go back on Monday, which is why.
Ceiling. That's laying in bed staring at the ceiling being like, why don't I have enough money to quit? That's Sunday.
Yeah. And that's why Monday morning is a prime time to release stuff because people are at the office like, what can I do besides work? It's like, the numbers are out there. The stats exist. People know this information. It's not like a secret. That's why when like politicians or companies get into some scandal, they always drop the information Friday night.
Friday, yeah.
They know no one's going to give a shit over the weekend. It's just a thing.
Social media kind of ruined that in a lot of ways, but yeah. That's the age-old practice for sure, without a doubt.
Yeah, Wednesdays, Thursdays were perfect. It's a perfect release. Friday, here's the thing. People will still watch it. It's Loki. It'll get its views. But it is weird that Friday is like, unless they have some internal stat where like Loki released on a Wednesday or a Thursday.
Well, they did
nobody watched it until the weekend, unless they have that stat that we don't know about.
They might, yeah, because chat was saying that with Loki, the first season, that's when they went to releasing on Wednesdays. So now they're doing it the opposite and going back to Fridays with it, which is kind of an interesting factoid about that. But yeah, we'll see. We brought up Daredevil. We got some set photos. The first one is from Sandrine Holt, who is playing the new, I guess, Vanessa. It's a different actor or actress. And Disney Plus.
Okay.
And this is from an Instagram post. So you're going to see some Instagram comments with a ton of tags on it. But that's her right there on the set, taking some photos with some fans. So she's okay.
She looks fine. She'd be a fine Vanessa, but like, yeah. I was about to say another, like they can't hold a Vanessa actress to like save their life.
Yeah.
Marvel just can't do it. But I guess in the end, it doesn't particularly matter. However, yeah, this is just a photo of a person having a good time. So I don't know anything about how Vanessa's actually going to look, right?
No, this is on set. So like that's her attire.
Is it?
Yeah, it is.
Or is that her just like chilling and hanging?
No, it's on set because these photos were also on set. And there's Wilson Fisk with a little American flag pin, which maybe means he's running for office or something. Is what people are thinking for the story of that. Which, if that's like the greater MCU, that could be kind of fun. If he's doing Mayor of New York or even something bigger than that. That could be
insane
a cool
about
tie-in
this?
with Spider-Man.
What's insane about this is the Wilson Fisk of Hawkeye. They made like comical looking. He looks like way bigger, way buffer. Yeah. And then this guy just looks like a dude running for office. Like it's just, they got to figure out what they want to do with these characters.
Did they give him like prosthetics in that? Because he did look really big in Hawkeye.
Yeah, he looked
it's
goofy.
Probably
big.
how they like clothed him too. Yeah.
You think? Yeah. Well, he was also, I guess, on screen with someone who's much smaller than him. And
I mean, on this photo, he's with someone much smaller than him, and he looks like a normal human.
He does look normal, yeah.
He was wide, like Spider-Man, Spider-Verse wide. It was goofy.
Yeah, you're not wrong. He was very, very large. But yeah, I'm curious where they go, like story-wise with that. If it's gonna be.
I just looked it up. And looked up images, and it definitely looks like they had him in suits with shoulder pads. So he looks like a Moby Dick goon in some of the pictures because it's legitimately like shoulder pads out to here. So I don't know about a prosthetic, but like they had him like padded up in the clothes. So he just looks 3 times as wide as he does normally.
Right.
I mean, like I understand Fisk is huge. But they had him perfect in Daredevil. Like the kingpin of the Daredevil show was perfect. And I don't like there's no reason to change just to change. Like just give us the man I want to see. That's all. Just give me what I want to see, Marvel.
Well, they're going back to it, so it seems like you're getting at least a version of that.
good.
We'll see. Yeah. Jesse, I think it was you who was talking about contracts and signing on for X amount of films. Julia Louis-Dreyfus was in a where did this show up? Interview with Rolling Stone. She was asked to comment on her Marvel Studios contract and how long she will hold her mysterious role as CIA Director Valentina Allegra de Fontaine. And the question was, are you signed to a 20-picture deal? And how long will she be playing Valentina? And she responded, for a while, it seems. So I guess she's going to be like sticking around, controlling things from behind the scenes or something.
Cool.
Which I think is fine. She was fine in all of her roles. So we'll see how that goes. I think the 20-picture deal is kind of a joke by the interviewer. So don't think that she's around for the next 20 years or however long it takes to make 20 films.
Question: does she show up in Secret War?
She could be a Skrull, maybe. I mean, she's definitely in Captain America.
For sure.
Yeah. She could be.
It seems weird that Nick Fury is like a commodity in this universe, and then he's the TV show guy. You know what I mean? Like, he stopped appearing in movies, and now he's the TV guy. And I'm like, so the CIA and S.H.I.E.L.D., or what's left of S.H.I.E.L.D., don't, like, talk?
Yeah.
What about Sword? There's a lot of things that I'm like, you got to flush out your universe again, because there was a period where we kind of knew everything, and now it's like, does anyone even communicate in this world anymore? How does this work?
Yeah. Yeah. You mentioned Secret Wars and Samuel L. Jackson. There was a big article where he quote unquote revealed why the Avengers won't have a big role in Secret Invasion. And he basically comes out and says, like, he doesn't trust people with powers anymore, is kind of where he's getting at. The quote is, Nick comes back having lost whatever power he had before, so he tried to solve things without being too superhuman. Looking at the MCU through these different lenses, you get to see all these different sides of the characters, so we really get to sort of dig into who they are. And then Emilia Clarke and it's Kobe, not Colby. Smulders said, the idea of who can you trust, that is really the heart of our show. You could be talking to somebody you have a very close relationship with, and then find out that's not who you thought it was. So they're definitely diving into that as well with did you see this new trailer for the show that came out? I think it was on their Instagram. It has these images here. I'll show you real quick. I'm kind of glad they're leaning into that, though. I think we all talked about that when the show was announced, or when we watched the trailer. So they're doing like this type of advertisement where it's very like spy thriller related. Here's the next thing. I only have stills of it. I don't have the actual trailer, but they're doing that. So I think that's why you don't see Nick Fury around that much, Jesse, is because you can't trust folk. At least that's what they're going with.
No. I mean, so in this story, I very much understand that. Like, if you can't trust anyone, like, I get that. But Nick Fury in general, like, pieced out and then is returning for this, but I don't know where he fits in the future of the franchise. You know what I mean? Like,
oh yeah,
there's so many like, I'm the operative characters now that it's like, where does Nick Fury fit? And do they talk to each other? Are they working against each other? Because right now, currently, as far as I remember, there is Julia Louis-Dreyfus. There's Martin Freeman. There's I don't know the actress's name, my apology, but there's the person who was like
Sharon.
She one time kissed Captain America, but
Sharon.
I can't remember her damn name.
Sharon Carter. Is that what you're talking about?
Yeah, the like broker or whatever.
Yeah.
And then Nick Fury. And that's just the four I can think of right now. The sword guy from WandaVision. The what's his face who's always chasing Scott Lang? Like there's like all these guy? Like yeah, there's like all these different characters who are the agent. And then where do they fit in? There's so many.
Yeah. I wonder like how many of those people show up in this. Because you also have Rhodey, right? And like Rhodey is the president's right-hand man, is what we learned on our last episode when that leak happened.
I'm telling you. I think Rhodey is 100% a Skrull.
You think he'd when do you think the swap happened?
I don't know. But I just know the big reveal is that Rhodey's going to be a Skrull. I have to believe this. The entire season, we're going to be sitting there like, you got to trust him. He's the only one. He's the only Avenger here that's trustworthy. And then the end, he's like, I tricked you, bitch. I'm telling you. Calling it now.
Trying to think. Because I guess it could have happened when he like got paralyzed or something. Like, I don't know. Maybe he died there or some shit. Or died when they were, I don't know. We'll see. We'll see what happens. They'll probably address it.
I just want to be kept guessing for however many episodes they make. I want going into the last episode still to be like, I don't know, y'all. I can't wait. I'm excited for this.
Yeah.
I want it to be good.
Same. I hope it is. 2 or 3 more things here, then we can watch Thor 1, at least on our watch along here on Twitch. If you're watching on YouTube, you can catch that VOD on Twitch. We had some new merchandise for X-Men 97. You can buy Magneto's helmet if you want.
Okay, I mean, you could always kind of buy Magneto's helmet.
Yeah, but this is the X-Men 97 helmet, Jesse. You could look like this dude. You want to look like that guy, Jesse?
Can I question?
$100.
If I put that on, can I hum the theme song to the show?
Yeah, sure. I mean, you own it at that point, so why not?
Yeah. Can I also go,
What
get
else?
out of my head, Charles! Get out of my head, Charles!
You can only
Can I
do that if Bronze is playing Charles with a bald cap in the same room.
I'll only allow it if Bronze goes, boop, 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 boop.
I'll do that, but getting all this hair under a bald cap is
You're gonna look
Conehead.
like a conehead. Yeah.
I don't know
France.
how it would work.
I come from
Like
France.
when I had short, why don't you come up with these stupid fucking ideas when I had short hair? You waited until I grew it out
Because
for
it's,
2
you
years,
know,
and then we're like,
yeah,
Bronze, we need you in a
Bronze,
bald cap.
You
Like,
gotta arrive
why'd
at
you
the moment.
wait?
You have to arrive at the moment when the
Yeah.
moment calls you to it.
Or shave it off.
That too, yeah. You know, fuck
Yeah,
it.
take it off.
Go the
Maybe
distance.
this is the sign. Maybe this is a sign.
Go the
you
distance, Charles. Okay? That's
Yeah.
all I'm gonna say.
If you shave it, they will come.
I'm not. Okay.
I get asked if I'm a man when I don't wear makeup. You think I'm gonna shave my head and deal with that drama?
Yeah?
You think I'm gonna invite
You
that
love drama.
on my door?
You'd roll around in it. You're like, ooh.
No, I don't. I don't like drama. Okay. I like spicy food, coffee, and money.
Mhm.
That's what I like.
There you go.
In that order, too, is crazy.
Yeah. What else do we have?
First, you get the spicy food. Then you get the coffee. Then you get the money.
Wait, I thought money was second.
Nope, that's the order. Spicy food, coffee, money.
I couldn't think of a third, so I threw in a
That's the bronze
good old
version.
standby.
Okay.
Yeah.
Then you get the money. Yeah.
Got it.
Then you get the money.
Got it.
You also get the gastrointestinal distress, but don't worry about that.
Yeah, spicy food with some coffee on top
And
of
coffee?
it. Is. Whew,
Yeah.
whew.
I do my best work on the toilet, so that's where the money comes in.
Look, I have lived dangerously before and gone coffee with Cheetos. Think about that.
Yo,
for a
don't do
moment.
that. Don't do that.
Flaming hot or
Don't.
normal?
Normal.
You basic bitch.
Look, I mean,
It's all about the flaming hot.
I
It's
didn't have a
normal.
choice.
Actually, maybe flaming hot is the basic bitch because everyone likes flaming hot.
That's right. Yeah, I keep
Normal,
I
you
keep
might be
it-
a rebel. You might be like a cool dude.
Yeah, vanilla
Oh, I
is
eat
all the
normal.
rage.
People are like, whoa,
Vanilla is all the rage in 2023. Everyone knows that,
vanilla. Hell yeah,
Jesse. Gotta be
hell
vanilla.
yeah.
Basic ass.
I am.
White guy.
I'm very vanilla. Thank
You and
very
me
much.
both. Yeah, we've
Yeah,
been
hell
through
yeah.
this
I'm
before.
going to say something a little controversial.
Not
I
about that.
love
Let's not do that again.
Vanilla Coke.
Oh, that's not
What are
controversial.
you?
Vanilla Cox is very, very close.
Jesus. Vanilla Coke's good. You put some cherry in that, I'm with you. You know, you get that cherry vanilla Coke.
Yeah.
Good.
Yeah. It's like one of my favorite. You know when you go to the soda places where you can choose
Yeah,
your own flavorings?
You get that every time.
Vanilla with like anything goes
I'm with
well.
you.
Question,
I'm with
and I feel like you're going to agree with me on this. Going to a place where you can get like a soda that then puts in the vanilla flavoring, way better than just like opening a can of vanilla Coke, because that is jank. That's not good.
Yes.
Yeah.
No, I agree.
Okay.
I don't think you'll get.
Yeah.
Yeah, I think like
getting
fountain
an Italian
sodas are better.
soda with Coke. Like if you're like, hey, can I get an Italian? It's also like technically like a Rob Roy is like cherry Coke, but why does it taste so much better? I don't know. I'm not a scientist.
Yeah.
I just know it tastes better. I'll also
right.
say you LA people are crazy because 3 times now I've ordered a Rob Roy and 3 times they've put whiskey in it. Tell me how that happens. But it's only
Were you at a bar when you ordered it? Because they probably were like, "Oh, well, this person is at a bar." Maybe
also,
they want alcohol.
what you were probably in Hollywood, so you know.
So they don't know what a Rob Roy is?
Hold on.
I guarantee they don't know what Rob Roy is.
Virgin drinks is a Shirley Temple and a Rob Roy. A
No
Rob
one
Roy
makes-
is just, for those of you who don't know, a Rob Roy is just a Shirley Temple with Coke. It's just grenadine and
You say
cherries.
that.
I don't think
You
you're
say
correct.
that, but a Rob Roy
I'm pretty sure.
cocktail, Rob Roy cocktail is whiskey.
Yeah, that's
So-
what I'm looking at too.
Wait,
It's whiskey
so then
and
what am I
vermouth and
thinking
something
of?
else.
I think you've been ordering. I think you've just been
You
drunk
mean a
every
Roy
time.
Rogers?
You've been ordering the
Both
wrong
of these.
fucking
Okay,
thing.
listen. Both of these. I was confused both times why I got whiskey, and I drank it anyway.
Yep. Okay.
Now I'm
Rons,
understanding.
you want
what I wanted.
you
was
want a
You want a
Roy
Roy
Rogers.
Rogers. You want a Roy Rogers. That's what you want.
A Roy
Why
Rogers
are
is
all
Coke
these-
and grenadine syrup.
That's what. Yeah, that's
This is
not
why I
alcoholic.
get white men confused. This is why Rob Roy and Roy Rogers, and I'm supposed to remember them.
Well, now you know, so you won't be confused anymore.
There you go. Yeah,
We
we
just
fixed
helped
it
you.
for you. We
Next,
solved
you're gonna
it.
tell me
These
to
two
tell the
vanilla
difference
boys just
between-
helped out.
Yeah, that's right. Vanilla Cox and
Also, Vanilla Boys is the name of my new rap group. I don't give
Don't
a
say
shit.
Vanilla
Let's go.
Don't say Vanilla Cox.
Vanilla
Cox.
Boys.
Don't.
Vanilla Boys.
He's Vanilla
No,
Vanilla
Cox.
Cox.
Say piece it.
Yeah, he's Vanilla Cox.
Yeah.
I'm Vanilla Spice,
Vanilla
and
Cox.
we're the Cox.
Yeah.
We're the Vanilla Boys.
We're the Vanilla Boys.
Yeah.
And actually, we have 3 more. There's Vanilla Sporty, Vanilla
Strippin'.
Baby,
Baby
stripping.
is Crendor because that's funny.
Vanilla Baby. Yeah.
Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah. We have a
And
fifth
then
member, but
Vanilla
we're
Scary. Yeah. We got the whole group. Yeah.
not- well, Dodger. Dodger could be Vanilla Scary.
Dodger could be Vanilla Scary.
Yeah.
She'll love it.
Yeah.
She'll love it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Listen, I'm still reeling from the reality that I've been ordering the wrong drink and then being confused why there's whiskey in it.
You don't trust me when I say the fact that you don't know the difference between long dead 80-year ago entertainers does not at all reflect on you. It literally took us going to the internet to look it up. So trust me, there is no like, "Oh, how dare you not know who Roy Rogers is?"
Yeah, I don't know who the fuck that is. I just know it's a non-alcoholic drink with some cherry in it, apparently. Grenadine or something.
Yeah, Roy Rogers is what you want to
And
drink.
now,
Yes.
so
And now I
while
want a
was
Roy Roger
suffering
because it
from
looks
that
delicious.
Stroke. While I was suffering from that stroke, y'all created a vanilla boy band.
You gotta strike while the iron's hot.
That's true.
Yeah,
Everyone
your
knows
stroke
that.
inspired our inspiration for the V Boys.
That's correct.
You got a stroke while the iron's hot.
Yeah.
That's the Vanilla Cox way. Everyone knows that about him.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's why I'm the leader of the group.
Whoa.
Baby.
Now, no one out. We didn't all agree. We're going to have a meeting about who's the leader of
No,
Vanilla
I'm the
Boys.
leader
No.
of the group.
All right. We're already
Baby.
breaking up before we even have our first hit single.
You
out.
can't break up. You signed a 20-song contract, baby. And I'm sticking you in the background, baby.
Oh, boy.
You get one line in each song for the rest of your life.
Oh,
Baby.
boy. There's one more thing, and then
What
we can
kind
watch
of
this movie.
music do the Vanilla Boys make?
The kind of music
Based off of that demo, Jesse.
the kind of music that Mormons have sex to. I stand by what I said.
Do some shout outs. You guys want to do some shout outs and wrap the show? Watch Thor? I think we should. I think we should. Jesse, tell us where we can get more incredible jokes like that.
That was a funny ass joke. My Mormons out there don't care. They're good people. They're fine. Anyway, hi. You can find me everywhere on the internet with Jesse Cox. I made it convenient. Literally just go to jessecox.com and it straight up is a link to every damn thing I do on the internet. You don't have to search anymore. I've made it. You could be lazy, bro. You could be lazy.
Wait, so you're saying if I just type Cox right now into Google, nope, you lied.
Jesse Cox. Jesse Cox.
Oh.
You type Cox, you'll probably get Cox Cable, which
That's what I got.
I wish I was part of that family. But
Okay,
instead of some of this other,
you do own the SEO on that. You're right.
hell yeah, I do. So yeah, you can go and find that and see all my stuff. It's there. Links, and now I have to add my new group, the Vanilla Boys, and our first album called Roy Rogers, coming out soon.
Bronze go.
Hi, I'm that bronze girl. You can find me everywhere at that bronze girl. I'm gonna be traveling in about 15-ish days, so enjoy me while you have me, and then I'll be back. This one should be a relatively short trip, though. We'll see. I also have a poll up on my Patreon right now for determining which day I'm moving my comic book show to. Because like a normal person, I would also like to have 2 days off in succession rather than split out throughout the week. So check that out. And while you're there, you can check out all the backlogs and audio formats of my comic book show as well as my D&D show, which will be updated within the next 48 hours.
Oh, yeah.
Awesome.
Hell yeah.
That's me.
Fantastic. We're going to take a quick break, and then we're going to watch Thor 1. So if you're watching on YouTube, you can catch the Twitch VOD. But we got to continue these rankings because these films, shows, all this stuff is not going to rank themselves. Is this our 4th rewatch?
This is number 4,
Eternals,
yes.
Thor 2. Have we changed any
So far-
rankings? No, we've been correct.
So far our rankings were the same.
Okay.
They were exact same.
All right. Well, I guess tune into that VOD to see what we think and if there's anything big.
Will Thor 2 be better than Thor 1? Good question.
Maybe.
It's a good question. I haven't seen Thor 1 since I watched it in the theater.
I've
So
seen
this is
it
gonna be-
4 times, I think, total.
We
That's too many
just
times.
watched Thor 2, and I've already forgotten what happened in that movie.
That was a month ago. I mean, it happens. It happens.
A month ago? It was 2 weeks ago.
That's a month, Jesse Cox. An
You're
internet
on
time.
I smell
Mars?
gas.
What is
I
That's
smell
a
gas
month.
what's
again.
happening?
That's a month.
Oh no, I just farted.